Welcome back, everyone. I'm joined here by Lee Demon-Smith and Trevor Quickshot Henry to break down Millenium's win over Gambit in that last match. To follow up on what Creaton said, he took all the blame on himself. He said, I didn't play good, so we didn't actually win. Our manager told us to be more aggressive. But what do you guys make of it?
I think the whole team needed to play more aggressive. And I also think comfort picks play a big part in the game. Every single champion that Millenium had in this particular setup just falls into what they're comfortable and plays in the way that they're comfortable playing. I do feel that earlier today, Creaton was struggling. I mean, he said it himself in the interview. All of a sudden, Corki had Triforce and I couldn't out-trade him. You weren't auto-attacking. You were playing Lucian like an old-school Lucian, reliant on your spells and not right-clicks. And I think he realized that and adjusted it going into this game.
And we should also point out, you talked about it in pick and bans. He went with Thresh, could have got, this is Jerry I'm talking about, went with Thresh, could have gone with Leona. You were expecting Leona,
yep.
Had the full engage. This time around, gets Leona in there and goes in every time. And suddenly, everything works out for them. Also got to give special credit to Kotnex and Lee Sin because he was amazing, setting everything up. Sadly, Darian was doing what Darian does best, and that's die in the top lane.
Yeah, I think you guys summarized everything pretty well. Is there anything else that was interesting from the early game? I think it was very, very one-sided.
There was no threat from Skarner at all. I mean, Diamond Prox pulled out the Skarner. Joe mentioned it, the last time we seen it was Valentine's Day. It was a tribute to Diamond's wife, of course, and they met in solo queue and blah, blah, blah. And simply put, there was no presence from Gambit. Darren was shut down, there was strong ganks from Millenium, and Millenium really just did a great job of getting in Gambit's face, causing fight after fight, and yes, they're one-dimensional in terms of pick comps, but hell do they play pick comps well.
And the thing is, Skarner is actually pretty good right now. That's the thing. Obviously, he's had his rework, he's had a few changes, so clearly we're expecting it to come out this Super Week. First impressions, not overly good, but bearing in mind, Lee Sin is very strong early game. He did get that first blood in the top lane. They did constantly focus in the top lane.
Yeah.
All right, and we also have a big play from this game. It comes from, from @TomaEr, who says, no man left behind. Oh wait, I'm sorry, Jerry. We also have a dragon fight to show for that, so let's pull that up on the screen and check that out.
Yeah, that was a pretty fun little moment. The only champion without a dash. So let's roll this clip out, and obviously Millenium are going to sneak away this dragon. They managed to secure the objective before Gambit can even get in position to engage. But the thing that I really like about the team fight is that even though Millenium are on, effectively half HP on multiple champions, they still zone correctly. Kevin pulls so much aggro from the rest of Gambit that Millenium can focus on Darian, and this is where the hop, the skip, the jump, and Jerry's just left behind.
Yeah, bless him. He was smiling. If we had the player cam on, you'd see a big smile on his face. It was all meant in jest, and look, he's even doing a little taunt towards there, a little dance towards the end of it. He knew he was in trouble.
Let's take a look at Gambit, though, from the other side, because it seems like things are really not getting better for them, and it makes me wonder if they will this season.
It's a bit of a worry for them, honestly, for Gambit fans out there, because they did not look good in that fight. Millenium, we saw them against Rocket earlier. They struggled, honestly, and it was a close fight, but Gambit, that's 2 games we've seen them and they've been absolutely destroyed this Super Week already.
Yeah, it's a very scary place to be in, especially when you look at the bottom of the table teams. They are starting to really rack up all of those losses. And if Gambit don't fix things and fix things quickly, they're realistically going to be facing promo relegation at the end of the split. And I'm not sure if this current state of Gambit is strong enough to requalify for the LCS.
We'll see what they can do in the rest of Super Week, but things to worry about for them. It looks like the teams are ready for the next match, but before we send it over to the Fishy Joe, let's listen to the